I was allowed the opportunity to meet this late Inuit elder. His name was Mariano Opiagic. At my time in my youth, I had a lot of questions. I think with anyone that goes through those experiences, they ask where their role and where their place is. And so he brought forth these questions that I wanted so much answer to, and he actually laughed. He chuckled, and he says, "I can't answer those for you." He said, "Those will come with time." So he showed me these rocks. I just had to do 3 rocks. Talked about past, present, and future. And he showed me the middle rock, which highlighted the challenges that the youth are facing by taking traditional ways and merging them with the contemporary aspects. And he said at times, they're going like this, but he said, what we got to do is that, he said, I think that's the way forward. How many of you as young leaders do team building exercises? All right. I'm going to show you an Indigenous team building exercise, okay? Everyone stand up. Okay, so this is actually a Haudenosaunee game. It takes 2 volunteers. One is going to go like this. And the other has to evade and not be caught. But each and every one of you have a role. So what you're going to have to do to help whoever's blindfolded, you're going to have to go, whoop, 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 whoop. When you're doing an activity like this, how'd you feel?
Well, I felt pretty disoriented.
Disoriented? Now, that's actually an excellent response, because if you're disoriented, who do you need help from? Your people. I moved to Toronto approximately 6 years ago, and I'm the first true urban Indigenous person in my family due to my narrative. My origins started in James Bay, Ontario. So I was born in Timmins. And my parents were together in Moose City, so both my families from Moose City, Moose Factory, and James Bay. I was very much brought up in poverty, and it wasn't as a result of our own doing. It was actually to transition into the urban space and for them to achieve their own education while trying to protect us. As the cultural program manager at the Native Canadian Centre, I have a multifaceted role where I deliver workshops, presentations, but also provide support to the cultural program activities that we offer at the center.
You know, for a lot of, I think for a lot of Native youth,
Yeah.
they got a lot of ambition and a lot of passion, right? So when we don't know, we direct that passion and that ambition to things that hurt us. Like I know that for myself and a lot of other youth. But once I learned to open my mind towards the different ideas, then I changed that ambition and that tenacity. Instead of these self-destructive things, and gave me a better perspective and say, okay, this is where I can place these emotions, this is where I can place these thoughts and feelings now in a positive way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because like as I said, like a lot of Native youth out there, they want to make big changes.
I define community as something that extends beyond a border, that extends beyond a political narrative. My definition of community is the spaces that we share and occupy, whether it be Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. If you're leaving your community, your traditional lands, and you go into the urban space, you do not have the same type of support networks. When I first came here, it was such a challenge to know what is available out there that can appropriately help. With the absence of my own awareness of organizations such as Clan and organizations such as Magnet, it's going to be truly beneficial now where our younger generation can have those support networks in place to helping them achieve the successful outcomes that they have in their own lives. When I think about my own success, it prides me to know that the challenges that I've seen when I was growing up with my family through violence, addictions, suicide, that the story that I want to share for my own personal journey is to knowing that I represented my community well and I represented my family well today living in the urban space where I want to see myself is being able to continue the work that I do as a trainer, as a facilitator, as a public speaker, and allowing my voice to shine through.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Because behind me are my elders, are my community, and my teachers. And that's how I want to educate, is recognizing those that created a pivotal role in my ability to being an educator. How I see my future is that I found my place. The connection, the belonging. I have my friendships, my family, my support. And I want to see the leadership and success, especially in our young Indigenous communities, being able to mold and do anything they want to see. Literally anything, whether they want to be the business owner, whether they want to be someone who has involved with the arts as an actor, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's time to create a new narrative for our future.